is the video. And there's your audio.
All right. And I'm on.
You are, you are.
All right. All right.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. This is the VLife, and I'm live by myself today, but that's okay. I'm going to hold it down for the rest of the group. Or if they decide to come or whatever, I'll still be here waiting for them. But in the meantime, between time, it's your girl AD here on my PodcastDetroit.com or PodcastDetroit.com, where you can listen to my podcast, VLife, every Friday from 7 to 8, right here or on your local streaming devices. So today is Friday the 10th, which is interesting because it's one of my best friend's birthday, and I'm going to give him a shout out. Happy birthday, my bestie. You know who you are. And I'm going to go out and have a nice dinner with him later. And just enjoy his year here, another year on this earth. But today, topic I want to talk about just, making money, extra income. How do you get extra income? This has been a big thing for me lately, trying to come up with an extra set of cash to help pay some extra bills, to do some little lavish things that I like to do. And, I tried to look into all these different, different schemes and ideas and things of that nature, but it never seems to work out. Like, recently, I was trying to do one of these, it's a travel thing, and it's travel agency. And, I sound good and I like it because I always travel. I love to travel. So it was something that I thought would be, pretty good. And I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely make some extra money with this. But like the fee, all right, I paid the fee to join the group, et cetera, et cetera. And then it was like, now it's some extras. Like now, oh yeah, and by the way, it's going to be a monthly fee of, $99.95. So I'm just blown back. Like, what? I'm thinking I'm paying this. I haven't even got any money yet. I haven't really started. And I'm already having to pay a monthly fee of $100 after paying $120. So I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how it's going to work. People say they make money, but I don't know. If it is anybody out there that, has done one of these and actually is making money and can actually show me and prove it to me instead of the CEO of the company or somebody else's check that they're getting, it would be, appreciated. You can hit me up on Instagram at Nakia Lovely 05 Lovely NAKIA 05 LOVELY, and let me know. Send me a message. Let me know. Did you make some money? Let's collaborate. Show me how to do this, because it's hard. I really am not the type of person that will go out and get like a whole nother part-time job because it's just not enough time in the day. I have so much going on. I can't do that. So it's not helpful and I can't really get that done. So instead, I was thinking about DoorDash or one of those things, but even that, you know, it can be a headache. Like sometimes you're making money, sometimes you're not. Sometimes I was when I first started. It was like I was making like almost $50. I feel like an hour every 2 hours. But then it was like then I started making nothing, $25 at 3 hours, and it just kept dwindling and dwindling. So now I'm just sitting here like. Is this even worth it? I wanted to do the Shipt where you buy groceries and for other people. And I actually like that, but then the scheduling, it seemed like everybody must be doing that because the scheduling is like extremely, extremely hard to get into. So I'm still battling with this situation and trying to figure out how to earn me some extra income. Like I said, anything legit, let me know, please. Courtney is here. And she's made it in. Hello.
Hey.
So, like I said, anybody, any ideas? Let me know. I was talking about extra income, Courtney. How it's so hard to get it. When it's a busy day all the time, we always working, we always doing this, we always doing that, and I'm not the type to work 2 or 3 jobs at a time. I don't know about you, but I can't do it. My time is allocated to too many other places. And now I tried to do like a travel thing. You ever heard of those travel agencies?
No.
Where you like, people like go through your website and you give them a wholesale price and, blase soir. It's, or you heard of the tea thing where you buy tea from people, the ISO tea. You never heard of any of those things? It's not. Come over here. He left out. He said he would be back though. So.
Testing. This isn't on either.
Did you see him out there? I don't know how to turn it on, but we can wait. Or you can come over here and sit next to me for a second until he come.
I'm already coming in. I'm just gonna sit right here.
I can hear you.
You get testing
Like I can hear you.
in the background.
Mm-hmm. Yes. How you feeling, Courtney? You look so agitated.
I'm very
Sheesh.
agitated, actually.
What happened?
Detroit parking sucks.
Yes. That's
Parallel parking a giant LX 450 truck is fucking hard to do. And
you was in the truck. I thought you was in the car.
no, girl,
Oh my. No wonder. Especially right here, it's not a lot of space.
no. So, are these on?
Yes.
Testing. Oh, it's on.
See, she said nobody was coming, so I did make a phone call, and I was here.
Yeah. Fuck you, Hugh. Fuck you, Hugh. Like, E actually has a reason, but Hugh, you didn't even contact us. That's fine.
Maybe he's sick. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what?
have to-
I'm sick of people not responding to the group chat. Okay?
Someone's furious.
Sick of that.
Yes, I know what you mean. But we it's a work in progress here, I guess. But the Detroit parking is a mess. It's hard to find a good parking spot.
It really
it's
is.
hard. It's like it's nowhere to park.
Well, and it's game night,
Yep.
Yeah, so that makes
and
it 10
the
times
dojo is
harder.
only a few blocks away.
right.
Mhm.
So there's a lot. So actually, parking will probably improve here in about 30 minutes because there's a huge pregame crowd here,
Yep.
and everybody's going to leave and go to the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it'll free up some because I just got dropped off today.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do it today. I don't know
feel
what's
you.
going on out
But
here.
I warned you when we had your pre-show talk.
You
I warned you
did.
about Friday nights.
It's parking,
Yeah.
and I know in the summer.
Oh, it's gonna.
It's going to be even worse.
I might just start lifting down here. I mean, because I stay not that far. It'd probably be like $3. Or
Yeah,
I just
must
park
be nice.
right here on 2nd and walk. Because in the summer, you can walk.
Yeah.
It's nice out. Not now.
I live off of 7 in Livernois, so
No.
can't walk.
No.
The avenue of
Please
fashion.
don't walk.
Oh, yeah.
Please
Speaking of which,
don't.
Good Times, just found out that was a bar around the corner from me.
Mhm.
Good Times on the
yeah,
app.
we was
Yeah, I was
talking
telling you about that.
We're going to go there next week then.
Yeah.
Son of a dis-
They have a happy hour 4 to 7. I was trying to get my dad to go. You know,
What
little father-daughter bonding time.
What'd he say?
He said no. I'm led to believe he doesn't really like
They
me that
had
much.
a
It's
really
okay.
good menu. Like, they had some really, 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 like, I was like, ooh.
Right?
And it was a decent price, like you said. It was really good, and that was
Steak.
regular. So the
Yeah.
happy hour must be incredible.
Right. They
You
have
gonna have
like
to
egg
go.
rolls, veggie rolls. What else?
Yes.
Like wings.
Wings.
Wings
on-
aren't always good everywhere though.
Nah, I had some that tasted like, I don't know. It's like the skin on it or something. Like maybe they didn't put flour on it and just threw it in the grease because it didn't seem like it was like skin on it. It was
Ew.
like, I don't know. I was
So
like, what?
Coop here, really good wings.
Mm.
They're almost like pterodactyl wings. They're huge.
Oh wow.
Like they're not as. I'm still convinced. What the hell's the place? Block.
The block.
That's over next to the Comcast store.
On Woodward.
Oh, dude, best. They hands
Yeah.
down have the best wings around. That's
Oh,
oh
wow.
god, yeah.
And I know because at first everybody say Sweetwater, but I think Sweetwater
I've
done
never heard
lost
of
it a
them.
little bit.
Kind of got overplayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did downtown. What is that? Bobian.
Yep.
Yep, on Bobian,
oh wow.
like across from the shelter, or AKA St. Andrews.
Well, it's because that's where all like the lunch crowd would go from like GM and that kind of.
Right.
I mean that's they got
and Blue
traffic
Cross
from there.
and all that.
Oh, wow.
But it was like, I had things a few times, and I just wasn't, like you said, just like that impressed.
Yeah, no, Coop, the Caribbean joint here, Max does phenomenal wings.
Mm.
And when Genevieve over at Bangkok does them, they're good.
Ooh.
but they will kick you upside the back of the head with spice. So you have to be careful what you order.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Spicy.
Yeah, I
Spicy.
can't do spice. I mean, like Flamin' Hot Cheetos though. Like
Well, that's good.
That's
I
it.
like spice,
That's
but
it.
I don't want to be burning my mouth. You know, like
Right.
I don't want. Well, let me not say my mouth, like my butt. I don't want my
Ooh,
butt.
yeah.
There comes a
burned
certain
out.
point in time when you're no longer enhancing the flavor of food. You're just ruining it.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
that's too much.
Like, I can't even eat this. I'm done. Thanks.
Right.
Bye. Good.
And
Yeah.
oftentimes, a lot of places like to put in a zillion and one ingredients.
Yeah.
And, you know,
trying
and
to make it seem like it's just so much gonna be so much
yeah,
better.
yeah. Like
Right.
you throw in all of this extra stuff and it's so unnecessary. Like,
Mhm.
why?
And it changes nothing.
yeah.
It does
Right.
nothing to enhance the flavor.
Yes.
It does nothing to enhance
It's just
anything.
Right.
extra
Like, oh,
sauce.
Here's these 37 ingredients. I taste 2.
Exactly.
I got chicken. I got grease. I got salt. What?
Exactly. Like that's all.
Doing
That's
too
it.
much.
That's it.
Doing
Or
too
just
much.
marinate it. You know, let it
Mhm.
soak in or something. But I don't know why they do all of that. Cause in that place, I like their chicken too. What is it called? Gus's Chicken on Anthony Drive. It's kind of sweet though, and that throws me off because it's like I don't know about chicken having like a sweetness to it.
Gotcha.
You know,
Okay.
it just doesn't. But it's good. But it's just like.
Well, so is it the chicken or is it the sauce they put on it?
Yeah,
or
that's
the
what I
rub
was
they
gonna
use?
ask.
But it's
next.
like it's no sauce. It's just like fried chicken.
Oh.
So that's what's it's like maybe they putting it in the batter or something. But it's just
Yeah,
fried
they
chicken.
might sugar it up or something like that.
Some-
I don't
Something.
know how I feel about
yeah.
that.
But it's
Or it could be
good, but
honey.
it's like maybe honey. I give
So like
maybe.
so when I catch a lot of flack for this until people try it. Like when I fire up my grill and I do chicken. So I originally was born in Virginia and then moved back down there when I was after college. And down there, like so I put maple syrup on my chicken when I'm grilling it.
So Honest Dave seasons his chicken. He's white though. But he seasons his chicken.
Oh
He's
God, yeah,
good.
you have to. You have to
You
season
have to
everything.
He
seasoned
knows.
chicken.
Okay.
So, but I do
I
maple
asked
syrup. They're like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Just relax. Trust me, it's going to be a thing." And then they try it. They're like, "Oh my God, how have I never had this before?"
Wow.
So there's your tip for the day: maple syrup on your chicken while you're grilling.
Oh wow.
I do like when like I make chicken strips. I do like to have a little honey or some type of
Yep.
sweetness on them. So it's good. It does go good.
Mhm.
Just like I like jalapeno peppers with my chicken.
what?
It tastes so. If you have a nice pepper, not too hot, but nice, like how churches used to give you the
Yep.
pepper. It was so good. You never
don't-
ate it like that?
No, I wouldn't think about putting like jalapenos with.
Not in it, but you just had one on the side.
Well,
but I
it's-
like to bite
Because
it.
it's a good.
crunchy.
I can see why. Because you've got the pepper will give you the kick, and then a
Mhm.
chicken is actually a neutralizing agent for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it
So-
kicks- yeah, that grease, kicks it down a little bit.
It's the first time I've heard of that combination.
I can't believe it. I'm surprised. Where you been, girl?
You know, nowhere inside
7
my
in DeQuinder.
house.
That's where she's been.
Right.
That's right.
7 in the corner.
7 in Livernois, actually.
Sorry,
right.
Illinois. Sorry.
But
I was just telling Courtney, I've been trying to figure out different ways to, earn extra income. You know how everybody say you need to have multiple strands of income.
All
But
about the
how-
side
7
hustle.
streams. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 streams, or if you're low balling 3. I don't know, but it's like, how do people do it? How do you make it happen?
I mean, capitalize off of your skills. I think that's like the first step because then it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like work, you know?
That's the goal. But then it's like you see, most of the time, I don't know I know some people that do it, but most of the time I see people like working, like I'm about to go to this job, then I'm about to go to this job, then I'm about to go to this job. I'm like, oh
Nah.
my God,
Nope,
that's too much.
I can't do that.
That's a lot of work, especially if it's like literally like I'm leaving my main job at whatever 4, then I'm about to go, do something like go clean a building
yeah.
or something at part time at night,
Yeah.
and then do some Ubering later. Like it's just
Well, and it really depends. It's not even just your strengths. It's what you enjoy. Like I
Right.
know
Yeah.
quite a few people that have a day job and then they'll Uber or they'll drive Uber or Lyft for a few hours and see how that goes.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
they're bartenders.
now that's fun.
And it's so it's really what I've always said. I was happiest when I was a bartender. If I could ever figure out how to make the money that I made, make as an IT guy as a bartender,
Right.
I'm check please, I'm out.
Right.
You have to be doing shows or something. People need to be paying to see you do some tricks. Mixology.
Well, and it's crazy. I do. I mean, I know the guy that runs Nick Drinks is a friend of mine. He does the I think it's called the Golden Jigger Awards. And like, in fact, I did that here about a month ago. And like even that, like he's just starting to, finally catch on, and it's just finally starting to be an income stream. And I mean, and that's the other part of it is, you need to understand and be ready for it not to be an income stream at first, because you've got to figure, okay, like this nonsense, okay, it's got to be, when we built out our first studio and we decided to launch the network out of that studio, we had just finally hit the break-even point when it was full and we had to move. And so then we moved to the new building, and then we're in the red again, and then it's time to make sure, then we get, back up to that break-even point. And so I mean, it's, you just have to be prepared. I mean, and even stupid stuff like our networking group, we paid for all that nonsense out of pocket for the first 12 years before we started getting sponsorships and that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, it's, it's really what your commitment level is and what you want to dive in on.
Yeah, that's true. I want to be, I want to do I love like voice overs and voice acting. And I signed up for different things and I've done this and that, but it still hasn't like just really,
I mean, like, have you done a demo recording? Have you?
I've done a demo.
Are you out on Fiverr? Are you out on?
I'm not on Fiverr. Right. I heard about Fiverr, but I'm not on there yet. So I think I clearly.
I would get out there because I know a lot of the like podcast groups and that kind of stuff that I'm a part of are always referring people there.
Okay.
Whether it's for intros, outros, or and pay attention to there are some audio drama groups that are out there too.
Okay.
That are always looking for different kinds of voice actors and that kind of stuff to dive in on, and a lot of them are either it's free, you're just doing it to do it and build your credits up, or it's not ridiculously well paid, but
it's something to get you going and keep it going to some
right.
Yeah, so you can somebody hear that bigger and keep it moving. That's true.
I mean, it's like us. We didn't even know, we started our show in June of 2013, and we didn't even know that advertising on podcasts was a thing until Midroll reached out to us in the middle of 2014. Didn't even, this was just, it was a hobby.
Right.
And that's the other part of it is, look at what you're already doing as a hobby or what you do in your free time and figure out. Like I know people that are all into, there's a friend of mine, she's a stay-at-home mom. But she's always been really into like glasswork and etching and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And she was posting, I made my Christmas gift. And people are like, why are you not selling these? What's wrong with you? And so now she's ramping up a business and we're helping her out with this. So, and it's like, that's the kind of stuff you should pay attention to.
Yeah. The stuff that you already doing. And like, that's the thing. Cause I'm like, I want to.
I feel like that's how Sugar Daddy sites got started. You're doing it anyway. You might as well get paid for it. I mean,
Right. Sugar Daddy. I remember that. So I literally went on there when I was like 20.
It was like last week. No,
it might be don't be this week.
Right before she walked in the door.
Right.
She checks her app.
Is you there? Right. I did. I was just like, because I heard somebody say something about it. And I'm like, let me see. And it was really, it was a real app.
Like, I have a few friends that have been on it.
I'm my goodness. Jeez. And this guy did reach out to me, but he was in the Virgin Islands, and he's like, I'll fly you out here. I'm like, no, thank you.
No.
I was too scared. I was like,
and
no.
You're on a Criminal Minds episode.
Exactly. Like, no, I don't need Quantico trying to come out and find me.
Ted Bundy. Like,
exactly.
You don't need that.
It was too scared. I was like, well, can I bring a couple friends then? Shoot. Like, nah, just you. No, then I can't go.
Oh, no.
Because I need somebody to watch my back. I don't know you. And then I just like, no, this ain't working.
Yeah. No, I've never been in a situation like that, but I know I was talking to a guy who like had friends who, would be sugar babies, and it would be like totally legit. They wouldn't do, of course, this is what that person claimed, but they said that they didn't do anything sexual or, like they literally just spent time with these older men that had all of this money and like were trying to dispose of it somehow. So
I mean, it's people out there. Everybody ain't into just sex. Some people do just need somebody to talk to.
I got a friend of mine in New Orleans. She makes a pretty good living as a findom.
Wow.
Basically, she just yells at guys and insults the shit out of them, and they send her money. And I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right.
Good for you.
It's so many fetishes.
Again, things she was doing anyway.
Right. Yeah. Right. Already screaming at somebody anyway.
That or there was a person that I saw on Twitter. Like, Twitter has so much wild stuff. Oh my gosh. But somebody was saying that she like chokes men out with her thighs. And
Gee.
yeah, she just like chokes them a little bit with her thighs, and like it's a fetish for these men, and she gets paid for it. I'm like, yo,
Them some strong
what are-
thighs. Them the thighs that bust a
Dude, the world of
watermelon.
fetishes is so we did we
I swear.
we had a couple of shows that went live from the Red Level Kink Ball
Mhm.
over at Token Lounge back in September,
Okay.
and the people watching was just simply
I
amazing.
can imagine because I would probably be one of them.
Well, and it's one of those things where, like, because you don't really understand, like, you don't get how many different fetishes there are
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there.
When I hear
I mean, there are people, and it's hey, everybody has their kinks. As long as your kinks don't interfere with my kinks, I don't give a shit.
right,
You know, it's like I've always said. It's
Do
like
you?
it's like being in line at a sub joint and getting mad because the guy ahead of you is ordering a meatball sandwich and you're ordering a club sub.
Yeah.
And dude, it ain't going in your mouth. Don't care.
Right.
It doesn't
Exactly.
affect you. Like
Exactly.
let him do his thing.
let them
Yeah.
taste buds live.
Yeah.
And that is because I don't understand how people just want to listen to this.
I mean, that's a fetish for
Oh,
some people
dude,
too.
there are people that are into it.
I'm like, who wants to hear people chew and
look.
eat?
Dude, so we talked about this on our show almost a year ago now. There's a big thing in Korea with eating rooms where like
What?
girls have webcams and it's literally they
Oh,
just sit there and
yeah.
eat. Like it's
Oh,
not
God.
there's nothing sexual. Like
Yeah.
they're just sitting there eating and guys are paying to watch them
Them eat.
Like
Just-
that's and not like eating a banana. No,
Right.
like
Yeah,
just sitting down eating
regular
dinner.
food.
Like
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
Let
I
me
remember
cut
hearing
my
about
steak.
that.
yeah.
Some
Literally.
gravy. Somebody can pay me to eat because I will tear some food up for you. Okay, steak,
mean,
lobster,
Now
peanut butter
accepting
and
sponsors
jelly.
for it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look, they have OnlyFans out now. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's an option. And did you know that actually the highest paid person on OnlyFans right now is a fitness page? They're
Oh
not
my
even doing
goodness.
anything sexual. It's literally just a fitness page.
Really?
Yes.
Mm,
That's the highest
interesting.
paid page.
Well, so I wonder if that has to do with. I know a lot of people have bailed off of Patreon and a couple of the other, like, hey, support us
yeah.
kind of sites because of their terms and conditions against sex workers or, against people that are doing like erotic art or anything like
Yeah.
that. And a lot of people just like bailed mass exodus in support of those folks and went to places like OnlyFans
Yeah.
or, whatever that are just more open
Mhm.
Right.
and accepting about what they're into.
Yeah.
Yeah, just accept me for who I am. If I want to pluck the hairs out my nose,
Oh
just
my God.
let me do
I
it.
don't know. I mean, that may be a thing that people would watch.
Dude, here's
I
what
would
I've
not
learned.
be surprised.
I don't care what it is. Anything you can think of. One, someone out there is attracted to it. Two, there's a porn video of it somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It's inevitable.
Because I'm just like, even the kids, they watching other kids play with toys. Like, what is that? Why is you watching somebody else play with toys and you can be playing yourself? That just don't make no sense to me. But it's like you said, all type of fetishes. I've seen some real shady ones that I just could not believe existed. Like, some of the stuff is just grotesque.
Yeah.
Well, and there's some extreme
Like-
stuff out there. Like
like
I said,
people
the
pooping on
the
you.
the
Oh,
kick
God.
ball. Like, okay, I'm good with leather restraints, ropes, whips, whatever. Do your thing.
Right.
You start talking about things like knife play.
Oh no.
and I'm like,
Knife
Yeah.
play? Is the
That's-
blade on it? No.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
no,
God.
yeah.
That
like
sounds
legit, yeah.
No.
Scary.
No. That's
Like,
doing
that
too
stuff, when it
much.
starts becoming torturous, like, so to speak, it's like, ugh.
I'm like, I trust people, but
Not to that
I don't have
extent.
trust issues. I got a trust subscription.
It literally.
Trust you to a certain extent.
Yeah. It just
You
like
got to keep building that.
it just makes me feel like what happened to you that made you feel like this is.
Okay.
See, I
This
always
is
felt
what
that
you
way about
need.
hentai.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I was like what, like where? I need you to walk me through the flow chart where like porn wasn't good enough anymore,
Yeah.
Right.
and you needed to watch cartoon characters bang.
Cartoons.
Yeah,
That to me is just that's somebody who just never grew up. Rather, it just stayed
I
into
don't-
cartoon. Like
I
know
don't
some
know.
people like cartoons as adults, but to want to see Barney Rubble and Betty having sex is ridiculous. Like
I mean, it's not that. It's like they're drawn anime characters, and they're like.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, they
act.
be making them look all sexy, boobs be.
I mean, that's a part of, that's a part of their culture.
So it's different now. Shoot, that ain't the little Marge Simpson from the cartoons.
Although I'm sure you could find that too.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's out there. That's,
Them Chinese ones, they be cracking me up. Or the Japanese. Is that what y'all talking about? The Japanese
hentai.
Ones? Yeah. They always they little voices just be silly.
I can't. What has this podcast become today? I don't even.
Oh Lord, I just laugh at that.
Oh man,
I saw this article about this lady, and it's not funny, but she had got I think she got bit by a dog or something, and she had a piece of her face kind of like messed up.
Oh,
so
I know where you're going.
So she got a skin graft from her growing on here, and then now she's growing pubic hair out her face.
It's on her cheek. It's like
right here. It's like a little patch. And it was just looking so, like, it's one thing to, like.
I feel like that's one of those things that doctors should have been more cognizant
Literally.
of.
Exactly. Like, why would you even recommend that? Like, I'm going to take the skin from your growing area.
Yeah.
Thinking, like, okay, if the tissues are still alive and flowing, what did you think going to happen? Is this a joke? So she said she was even apprehensive about it before it happened.
Does she get turned on if you lick her cheek? Or
right. That's what I want to know. Like, does it have any nerve?
Yes. Does it have nerve endings? Is this an option?
I was like, and then it just was all dark. It is, like, I don't know, because I'm curious. I don't know. I don't want to say it is, but like hair that, like, facial hair and his pubic hair, is that like the same? Like your beard hair and the hair that's in your...
I honestly feel like it's not. I feel like...
Okay, because I'm making sure.
I feel like the hair among... At least, I don't know. This is my perspective from my body. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that the hair on my arms, for instance, is, like, obviously different than the hair on my legs. Like...
Yeah,
the hair it's more coarse.
It is
on my legs.
What
and
is
like
that about?
I don't know.
But the hair on your arms is
some
like
evolutionary
soft
thing.
and subtle, right? Like if you shave and the hair comes back, you just be like, really?
So if somebody has answers, please.
That's what I've been telling people.
Please call us. Or
call us. Hit me up on IG. Let me know. Let me know, please. And I saw on May 1st too that cell phone usage will be available in Michigan courts, and it's about darn time, because you know how many times I went to court and just couldn't use my phone. I hate leaving my phone in the car when I'm going inside 36th District or Frank Murray for whatever things I'm doing. I just don't like leaving my freaking phone in the car because anything could happen. Or you sitting in there for 3 or 4, 10, 17 hours out the day and you don't have no cell phone.
Yep.
But now, after this spring, you will be able to take it in there. I don't know what finally gave them the rush, because I thought it was kind of ignorant anyway that lawyers and certain police officers can take their phone in the court, but the citizens can't.
I mean, probably to keep it anonymous, whatever the case. I don't know.
What?
Maybe not anonymous, but like, I don't know, make sure that phones aren't going off, or because I mean,
see that, but
like, think about it during a court case. If somebody's phone goes off, it could easily mean like, oh, like this is a sign for you to say this, or
right, it could be like little codes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it happens.
I can see them saying if your phone go off one time, you're out. Because
and it's the other thing to keep in mind, and this is part of the story that I was reading, is that the real issue with this is, okay, like, so I had to go, had a buddy who had a court case in Troy, and I went there, and you could not even bring your phone into the building. So, and the story that I read lined up with this, like, okay, so what if I take an Uber to the courthouse?
Exactly. Yeah. Then what I'm supposed
to
do?
And there were no storage lockers. There was no any of that stuff for you to leave your phone in. Right. So what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, some people, like you said, they catching the bus, they Ubering, they Lyfting. Some, who knows? Somebody might even walk. And not everything you just got to discard. Like you said, at least have a locker or some type of bin or something for people to be able to secure their stuff. Like, all of that. Asking the hot dog ass at the side.
I mean, if
"Can
a
you hold my
bowling alley
phone?"
can handle this, I'm pretty sure a courthouse can.
Right.
Exactly. A bowling alley, a train station,
Yeah.
a bus station. They all got lockers. So why don't the courts have it?
Although I'm not gonna lie, like I've never had jury duty before, so all of these issues I've never experienced.
Lucky you,
So I'm
Courtney.
sorry.
I haven't had jury duty either, but just going to court, either supporting somebody or maybe even going to like try to pay some tickets, is especially here in the city of Detroit. It can be 10 hours. I feel like you probably work there. It's so long. And then just to be sitting there with nothing to do.
Both times I've been called for jury duty. I did one time. I didn't make the cut because
that
apparently I was
was
too much of a smartass. I know.
I can believe it.
And then the other time, the case that I was called for got settled as they were like walking through doing this thing with us. So
That was good.
Wow.
I had my little one time. They said if my number was in the batch at that time, then I would have to come, but it wasn't. Thank God. And the second time, I was like, I'm pregnant. I cannot sit for too long. So, no. And then that was it. So let's hope they stay back.
Well,
But then I was kind of thinking it might be kind of interesting and fun if it's a good case, not something silly.
well, now the feds are listening, so the feds listen to every show. I'm telling you.
Right. What's that
So
song
now they're
that
about
2
to-
Chainz made? Somebody feds watch.
Oh, I'm gonna be fresh as hell. while the
Right.
feds watch.
I'm gonna be fresh as hell while the feds watch. Yes. But that was some stuff I did see. And I was just like, okay. But anywho, Courtney, what is going on with you this week? What happened?
A lot actually. Like this week back at work was
It was hectic.
it was not only was it hectic, but it was really long. I felt like this week was just excessively long.
Very.
Like
Very.
and
well, first full week really, like after
Yeah.
the holidays and all that stuff. Like this is the first.
Yeah.
Back to the whole.
Yeah.
Like back at it.
yeah, for real.
It
And
was
I felt it.
draining.
My kids could feel it. You know,
Everybody.
all of the staff members, I feel like, could feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot.
Well, and I was talking to like some of the bartenders and stuff about that kind of thing where because that period like December in general and especially those last 2 weeks are so insane with you're almost always on the go, always doing something, always and so like right after New Year's you always have that crash where I don't want to go out anymore. No, I don't want. No, my couch is cool. No,
Right.
and it's because you're suddenly overwhelmed with how much you just did and went through,
everything.
and now it's that post crash where you're like, all right, chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's how I was feeling. Like the first week, which was Christmas, I believe, that we were out. I was just out. Like the whole week, it was either Christmas parties, it was this, it was that, it was this, it was that, it was shopping, all type of stuff, trying to get ready for Christmas. Then I think I got a little bit of a settlement right before New Year's Eve, and then it was that old hype up. But then it just seemed like after New Year's Day, it was just like Monday, like
Yeah.
what happened?
Okay, to be fair though, for me, like at one point all of this stuff was happening and then I was like, oh man, I have to go back to work.
Right.
Only to realize that I still had the whole rest of the week. So I thought after I thought Wednesday we had
we
to
was
go back to
going back.
work. And then I found out that we weren't.
Yeah.
And then we still had the weekend and I was like, oh, the party is
Exactly. Get everybody get wasted.
Yeah, well, I mean,
A little
I
bit.
can't agree or disagree to
I mean,
to those
just
things.
go back and listen to last Friday's show. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Honest, Dave. You don't
Right.
have to
That
be
was the
honest right
last
now.
Friday before
You
work
don't have
too.
to be honest
Woo.
today.
Right. You don't have to be honest today.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Right. Like just be falling down. But other than that, like you said, this week did drag, and I'm happy it's over.
Yes.
And I'm about to be gone tomorrow before this. Well,
Must be
hopefully
nice. Must
Yeah.
be nice. Can't relate.
before this ice storm busts open.
Yeah. But like part of me kind of thinks that there isn't going to be one.
I'm hoping that
I
it
don't
won't.
know.
And if it
always
is,
said
it's gonna be late Saturday.
I would love to get paid that much to be that wrong that
All the
often.
time.
I know,
Because
right?
my phone is steady saying that it's gonna rain, and then like Saturday evening the temperature is gonna drop down to 25, and then it's gonna probably freeze.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's what.
I could believe that the roads would be super icy because it did rain today.
Mhm.
But I mean, like, as far as the ice
But
storm,
it's not really cold now.
it's not. But you know how cold it gets at
Like at
2
4.
a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually like 3 to 5 is 7 maybe. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Hopefully it just don't go. Just stay. Just keep it together, brother. Keep it together.
It could be worse. They're saying like I think it's what like they're calling for like maybe a half inch of ice here, but they're calling for like a foot of snow up north.
Ooh.
So
Nope. Not having
You
that.
know, I don't know. I don't know what I'd prefer more.
Ice-
true.
The snow probably, because ice is super slippery.
Exactly.
And it's going to be a lot of, I was like, what was that the other day when we had that little blow in of snow?
Yeah.
It was cars already crashing. It was the car spent out in the middle of the lodge.
yeah, I was on my way back from Flint.
I was like, what?
I was on
Get
my way
over
back
it.
from Flint, and I was like freaking out, white knuckling, driving slow, people going around me. I was like, "Hey, look, you could. We'll plan your funeral, but we're not going to plan mine."
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay,
Forget
so-
that. Go as fast as you want. I'm going to be going my little 30, 25, 30.
Yeah,
Maybe 40. That's it. Because I done had my moments already. Sliding, slipping, hitting. And I mean, it's never been super bad, but it's been, it's just scary.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sliding. So and then I think when it's a big, good snow, it's more fun to drive in. Because it's like, it's not so slippery, but then it is. But you can like just, you know how the car just, what do they call it? Fishtail.
they say that you're supposed to put like kitty litter in the back of your truck, though, or
Just
not
in
trunk,
case you
trunk.
get stuck.
Traction.
Yeah,
for
in
traction.
case, for traction, and because I guess it like weighs down the back of your car.
Well, so
for-
that's really important if you have a rear-wheel drive.
I'm about to say
car.
that's
Yeah.
probably for rear
So like when I had my
drive.
Mustang,
And I
so
hate
this is
rear
actually why I got rid of my Mustang. So I used to carry 5 50-pound bags of salt in the back of my sand in the back of my Mustang
Yeah.
all winter long.
Yeah.
And one year we went. It was like like April, and we'd had like a bunch of 50, 60, 70 degree days, and I was like, all right, cool. And I took them all out. Went out after work, and
was
surprise,
snow.
freak ice storm.
Wow.
Wow.
And I was driving home, and my car literally just like I never turned the wheel, and my car just
Went all
skated
the way
across
over.
696 into the ditch. And I was like, nope, that's the end of this car. Bye.
Yeah.
Done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, my car is front wheel drive, and I'm happy about that because it definitely it's good. But I'm like, if it's not front or all four or
Right.
all wheel, I'm not doing it. Not here because, like you said, you just sliding. You
Mhm.
been
Yeah.
not even doing nothing, and you sliding. How
Yep.
can you counteract that?
Well, and the thing that people forget is that just because you have all-wheel or four-wheel drive does not make it four-wheel stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
ice
that
is
means
ice,
it's gonna
snow
you
is
gonna
snow.
slide no
It
matter
doesn't
what.
matter. Four-wheel slide just as easily as two. It's,
Yep.
yeah.
Right. That is true. It's just when you in the snow, I guess it's less likely for you to get stuck, in the, where you just get parking. Because those things out there shoveling, trying to get out,
Yeah.
that's, ugh.
And if you don't
And
have
when
the
it's
tools
ice
to do that,
and snow, that's when you really get stuck. Because now
Yeah.
you slipping and then it's snow under
Mhm.
it or on top of it.
Oh, so that would actually. So if we get like a half inch of ice with snow on top of it,
Mhm.
oh
that's
God.
pretty much worst case scenario. I'm not leaving my house.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
you might as
So,
well
good night.
stay
Yeah.
home because that's just going to be a headache.
I'd probably walk places. Not-
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that'll be good.
Break out the hockey skates,
Right.
skate down to 7-Eleven.
Yes. Pull out my snowshoes so
Yeah.
I can like
You're going to be skiing down there.
cross country ski.
Exactly,
Yeah.
down
exactly.
Livernois.
Literally.
I definitely want to move in that area, fashion district. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see the results of it.
I mean,
all.
so far it's not. It's good now.
Yeah, I seen all the shops. Cuzzo's still up and running.
I think so.
That place. The food is good, but
Yeah.
they just cannot seem to get everybody taken care of properly.
They need some new employees.
So I
We're
don't know the
calling out
update.
Cuzzos.
I know, Cuzzo's, we calling you out. I'm gonna be fair because I haven't been there in the last couple years, but It's still in the same place.
Yeah,
So
I think
don't
I've only
think
been.
the dynamic has changed.
I've only been once, and I went with my dad, and this was like, I don't know.
Did y'all wait a long time?
No, we really didn't.
Y'all right there. Y'all probably got the. What day did you go on?
Listen, it was like 3 years ago.
I feel like whoever owns that restaurant either lived in Atlanta, Georgia, or something, because that restaurant gives me Atlanta vibe restaurants. Like, it seemed like most of their soul food or, so to speak, restaurants, you always wait at least an hour to sit. Like, why? An hour. I had went to like OLG, which is Candy Burris' restaurant out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And the hour was it was a 2-hour wait.
No.
2-hour wait.
No.
For some chicken and waffles and some sweet potatoes and 2 hours. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's the problem here.
Was the food that good though?
I don't know, because I didn't wait them 2
Yeah, I was
hours.
gonna say, I
went
remember
to the
walking
Juicy
around
Crack.
Royal Oak at one point, and we popped next door after one of our events to Mongolian barbecue, and I was like, "Hey, so what's the wait like?" And she literally deadpan looked me in the face and said 3.5 hours.
Oh hell
Can
no!
I put your name down? And I went, no,
No.
you're good, thanks.
I can go home and make that in those
Right.
hours.
Right.
Like, to
Twice,
me,
3 times, 5
and
times.
then it's like, okay, so I get it that, you out to eat and you with your friends or your family and you just kind of want to talk or whatever. But how much talking can you do? Eat your food and leave. Like, what?
You could have a
Why
therapy
is it a
sesh.
3-hour wait? Because it's a hibachi grill?
Eh.
Because they supposed to make that in the...
And so this would have been a random Thursday night. Like it wasn't
And it
like
wasn't
it wasn't
even
a
a
weekend. It
weekend?
wasn't
3 hours? They must have... Was it Valentine's Day?
no.
Even still, like I feel like that's not acceptable.
That's not acceptable.
Like,
so
I've
either they
never-
was understaffed.
I've never been a huge Mongolian fan, just from the standpoint of
Neither.
I don't want to pay that much to do that much work.
Yes, you
Yeah.
gotta do everything yourself.
Yeah.
Season it, you damn near cooking it.
Yeah.
They just, what you want? Like, that is a lot of work. And then you spending that money, and even Black Rock. Like, I like Black Rock.
I've never
Yeah.
been.
But, like, why am I don't want to cook my food. I don't want to cook it. And, it's like, can you cook it and just bring it to
Right,
me?
just bring me a steak. I'm happy.
Like-
That's yeah.
I mean, that's something you, like, that's too much. And then what if it comes out wrong? Do you get another one?
Probably not.
Exactly.
That's your fault. You fucked
right.
it up.
They're like, you did it.
That's
So
what I
like,
say. I'd be like, oh,
you
no,
cooked
hey,
it.
you did it wrong.
You seasoned it. Now eat it. It's all burnt. Eat it.
That's your fault, right?
Right. Like, and that's, to me, and it's just like, because what if you don't know what you're doing? You might not know how to cook nothing. And you looking at this.
Well, if you don't know how to cook nothing, why you up in Black Rock anyway? That doesn't even
I'm
make
at my
sense.
girl's birthday party. I'm just supporting her.
Hey, look,
I didn't know. I had never been here, so I didn't know all this was going on. When I went, I was a little agitated. I had to cook it, but I just went on and punched through. Like, all right.
So, like, how does this happen?
It's
How
like
does that
a
work?
really hot stone, and then they, bring you. I feel like they kind of cook the meat a little bit, because I just can't see that stone cooking a whole nice steak that quick.
Oh no, it does.
It
No,
do. I mean,
they-
I've seen it
No, like
happen.
they superheat those things. I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
they
like,
do be hot.
I know a guy who's a bar manager at one.
He
and-
knows so many people.
I know. David's so informative.
And so they superheat those suckers. I mean, and that's the thing, especially when you're talking about, especially if you're dealing with the strips as opposed to like an entire steak.
That's true.
Yeah.
They
It-
already have it cut in
It
strips.
doesn't take
so,
very
yeah.
long to cook that at all.
Yeah. So that, like he said, yeah, it is strips. So it's like they already cut your steak up in strips. So it's easier to cook on on the
I get
rock.
that.
See,
'Cause
the one
it's
I never
thinner.
trusted was ceviche.
Mm.
Like I never trusted that. That's the
Yeah.
whole. Hey, here's our raw fish, and some lime juice, and trust us, the citrus cooks it.
No.
Nah.
No, I'm a
No.
sushi guy.
Nope.
Like I love sushi.
Me
Yeah,
too.
same.
That I don't trust for some
No.
reason.
No.
Yeah.
I still don't even really eat raw sushi. Like, I give me a crunchy.
Oh,
I always
nigiri
say this,
sashimi.
right?
I'm all about it. All about it. Yeah.
I've never had one of those before.
So
Me either.
sashimi is just like the hunks of raw fish, and then nigiri is hunk of raw fish on top of rice ball with some wasabi in between.
Oh no.
Them wasabi is
No.
hot, baby. But sometimes I don't mind if my sushi roll get next to it a little bit and rub on it, because it's hot, but it still be like, okay, it gave it a little kick.
Oh, it'll clear out your sinuses. That's for damn
Yes.
sure.
I bet.
You like, ooh, I must have got some wasabi on my tongue.
I don't even like the taste of wasabi. I had like wasabi peanuts one time.
I don't even know what it
And
really tastes like.
it just
'cause
left
it's
See,
so
a
hot.
that's one of those
taste
things
in
where
my
they can be way too hot for you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
essentially Japanese horseradish. That's
It just
really all it
doesn't
is.
taste good.
It's what you're into. It's
Yeah.
whatever your palate happens
It
to
don't
support.
have a taste to me, but it's just so hot. You just be like, I be trying to hurry up and get something else on my tongue to take away from all of that. But like you said, the niri and this whatever. I never tried that.
Sashimi.
Sashimi, yes, thank you. Because it just went out my head like.
That's fine. It's
But
a
I
drink.
saw the words in my head, but I couldn't say them. But every time I see that, I just be like, I want to try it, but then I just be like, nah.
We were at Maru,
I
and Rachel
know.
pointed it out.
And
Shout out to
right.
you, Rachel. Hey,
Right.
sis.
Hey, Rachel.
She's probably not listening. It's okay.
Right, I see her sending a message.
fine.
She's tired from volleyball practice. But yeah, but I love me some cooked sushi. Let me say that.
I don't know.
I'm an advocate.
Spicy tuna, spicy salmon.
The spicy tuna was good. I love salmon.
I don't know about anything
I could do
else.
some smoked salmon. That's the only fish I could eat like halfway. Other than that, I couldn't. I don't know.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of like don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like octopus
Oh,
or
what?
like any of that weird stuff.
I
Me
like
either.
those.
Well, so,
fried
like,
a little bit. Yeah.
have you ever seen the dancing squid?
Where it's like still alive.
Moving?
Well,
Or-
it's dead.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It
it's
is,
like squirming.
But then you
I
pour
saw
soy
that.
sauce on it.
in the nerve
And
endings.
soy sauce is an electrolytic solution,
yeah.
and so it triggers the nerve endings and makes the damn thing dance.
Yeah.
I saw that I
On
think it was
Twitter.
on Twitter or social media somewhere. I was like, ugh. I couldn't even try it. Like, it's just wiggling everywhere. Like, come here, little thing.
Well, and so like even those cooked octopus I'm okay with. Like
Right.
that's
the calamari.
that's a texture thing with me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And it
it-
doesn't
it's like that
really-
for a lot of people too.
Yeah, the texture, like oysters. Like, I could never eat oysters, and so I finally tried to eat an oyster maybe like a month ago with my friend. We went to Tom's Oyster Bar. She loved them, so I
just
tried
heard
to.
about that.
I was like, give me a small. Yeah, they had shout out to Tom's Oyster Bar. They have a surf and turf on Tuesdays for $25. So we went there for that.
wait, you're talking about the one in Royal Oak, right?
Mhm.
Right, that's where Ale Mary's is.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's right
Yeah,
there.
I was just there.
Oh my
On
goodness.
Monday.
Yeah.
Was it Monday? No,
Prob-
it wasn't. It was,
It
like
was
2
probably
weeks ago.
Tuesday.
It was
It
2
was
weeks
like
ago.
Monday. I thought I talked to you Monday.
It was 2 weeks ago.
But it was like I tried a small one, and it was like it didn't even really, usually
They're-
it slide in, but I had to like literally lick it out. Like
They're essentially phlegm balls. Let's be honest.
like,
That's they
that's
are.
what it
I
felt
like
like.
'em.
Phlegm ball.
Oh,
A
I get,
phlegm
don't get me
ball.
wrong. Like with the horseradish and the cocktail
yeah.
sauce and all that, whatever. It's
Right.
glorified, but still, it's a yeah.
I just can't get into that. It's just not. And I don't really like what they call it, a shrimp cocktail. I don't know if I don't like that either. It tastes
like regular shrimp.
like just raw shrimp and cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
well,
raw.
they're- no,
Well,
they're
not raw
cooked.
cooked,
Yeah.
but I know what you mean.
But cold.
They
Yeah.
just
It's
I
not
don't
like-
like them cold. Yeah, they just taste too gummy.
I like them.
You like them?
I'm all about it.
I like the cocktail sauce.
I feel like shrimp cocktail has not been a thing for a long. Like
Not
it's
like how it used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It
Like
used to be
served up on a
everywhere.
little platter,
Yes.
nice and good.
Yes, it used to be.
That's what made me
everywhere.
all into it. Then maybe I just had some from the wrong place.
Yeah.
Cause I used to like it. Then I tasted it one time. I'm like, it just
This
turned
ain't
me
it.
off.
I
Yeah.
think it was Vivio's that I went to once, where they were doing. I mean, it was basically like the Bloody Mary shrimp cocktail.
What?
Yeah.
and have you ever been to Vivio's?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so they have 2 locations. If you ever want to see the most ridiculous Bloody Marys you've ever had in your life, go to Vivio's.
Oh my goodness.
So the ultimate Bloody Mary is in this giant goblet, and there are literally like chicken wings,
Stop.
whole stalks of celery,
Like burgers
my
on
God.
it.
ham,
whole
cheese
stalks.
cubes,
Oh my
like all
God.
all
Ham,
kinds of
cheese
stuff. And, like, it's
cubes.
basically lunch. It's brunch in
Right.
a giant goblet. But they did like a Bloody Mary shrimp cocktail,
Yeah.
and it was like, and
That sound
and it
pretty
was like
good,
a
though.
bunch of shrimp around, and it was so good.
That sounds good though.
Yeah.
A Bloody Mary shrimp cocktail.
I
That
don't like
sounds
Bloody
good.
Marys.
I don't
though.
really like Bloody Marys either, but I think that would be good because you dip in the shrimp in the Bloody Mary. Because Bloody Marys are just so spicy.
It depends on depends on
Yeah.
where they
Who
are, where
making
you are,
it,
and who's
yeah.
making it.
Because
Yeah.
the ones I taste, like my friend, she must got a weird palate because she like all of that stuff. She like Bloody Marys. I'm like, dirty martinis.
What's a dirty martini?
Lots
I'm
of olive
such
juice.
A
I'm
lot
such
of
a
olive
virgin.
juice,
Yeah.
and it's just so bitter. You just like,
So a martini is typically gin and vermouth.
Okay.
And then a vodka martini is vodka and vermouth.
Okay.
And then a dirty martini is just when you, because, they always come with olives in them.
Yeah.
It's, you put olive juice in it. And then there are some people who like,
A
extra
lot of-
dirty olive, martinis, and because they want, just a flavor profile thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was like, my
Learn something
taste
new.
buds must not be on that level because I'm more of a sweets girl, not bitter.
Oh yeah. All
But
the
some
way.
people like bitter and salty things. Not me.
It's just easier for me to like drink them. I guess. Like if it's
Just go ahead.
if
and
it's
gulp it
sweet.
down.
No, if it's
Oh, if
sweet,
it's sweet,
it's
yeah.
easier for me to drink.
Yeah. of
Like I
course.
want to enjoy. I want to enjoy it. I don't
Yeah.
wanna-
Not be
You're not trying to
like-
force something down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
forcing
That's why
it and
I was
sipping.
never an IPA fan. Like when it comes to beer,
Okay.
like I'm not a huge beer guy to begin with, but like the whole IPA thing. Well, and I say this having owned a brewery. I'm never a big beer guy. But like IPA is like that, just that hops face.
Yeah.
Like,
Not my thing.
Yeah. Or even
No.
stouts. Stouts do that. to
See,
me,
stouts
too.
I have to be in a mood for, like
I
because
don't like
that's
'em.
like you just because they're just so damn thick and
Yeah.
heavy. But like our buddy that owns Brooks Brewing, they do a peanut butter stout.
The one that's right by. It's off of why can't I think Woodward?
Yeah,
Okay.
in Ferndale. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I've seen
So
that.
yep. So it's our buddy Kerry. He has his first location. It's up in Sterling Heights.
Okay.
And he just opened up the one in Ferndale last year.
Oh, nice.
And dude, his peanut butter stout, it's so good. I mean, it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup in your mouth. It's so
I
good.
had some like a peanut butter and jelly before. It was good. Apple pie.
See, but like Guinness, which is the stereotypical stout, they're like just not my thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I never liked Guinness either.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
But like the Bloody Mary, so like I'm in charge of the Bloody Mary. Like I get talked into going to one Lions game every year, and I'm in charge of I am Bloody Mary guy. So like I bring all the mixes, I bring all the stuff, and so like everybody always winds up asking me to make them. So,
Yeah.
like, 'cause, like,
Tailgate.
oh God, that's the whole. Dude, I could care less about the game. Like we get there at like 7 in the morning, and I just start getting everybody drunk.
Oh, we're going to have to come out.
Like, you have to understand, this has been a tradition for about 13, 14 years now.
Wow.
And this was the first, actually, no, so last year was the first year where I was not the drunk guy in a Red Wings jersey passed out in his seat
Stop.
on the Jumbotron.
Stop.
Because I don't care about
On the
football. I
Jumbo-
don't. It's not my thing.
He's about the
And so I
red
would just
wing.
get annihilated and go and mock until I didn't care anymore, and then I
And
would
then
nap,
pass
and then
out.
I would
Yeah.
wake up and I'd be good. But like they always like, dude, and like people they would take pictures like, dude, you were Red Wings jersey, because I would wear a Red Wings jersey to the Lions game.
I was
'cause
about to say
care about
red wings.
and they're like, and they would take a picture. But no, so like my whole thing, like, so this is the only time like I'm a fan of Guinness. Like Guinness in a Bloody Mary, good thing.
yeah.
It's a good profile. It's a good flavor enhancer. But like I do like Guinness and A1 and Worcestershire sauce and like all kinds of crazy
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
But like you can do you can make them mild. You can make them hot. You can make, that's the thing. Like a Bloody Mary should be a neutral. It's almost like a vodka soda.
Okay.
It should be a neutral drink that almost anybody can drink, and then you can do whatever you want to it.
Yeah.
Add to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would make sense. But you gotta like that tomato. Is it tomato juice in there?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you gotta like it. I like tomato soup.
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude. So ultimate comfort
But
food:
not
tomato soup, grilled cheese sandwich.
Yes, I
No.
was just about to say, or
That's a
like with the
lie.
little chicken bits
Yep.
in it or something. That is good.
Grilled cheese and mac and cheese.
Woo.
That's comfort food.
Grilled cheese with mac and cheese.
Absolutely. Get it from Panera all the time.
Nice.
So you just get a small cup of macaroni and cheese with the grilled cheese. Okay. I was like, how that work?
Ask me
Panera
if,
is
ask me
sweet,
if I'm
though.
lactose intolerant.
Oh my God.
That's fine.
Hey, you.
Oh God, what's the place
wow.
that's next to Tom's
Courtney.
Oyster Bar?
Ale Marys.
I think it's Ale Mary's that did they did a burger that instead of a bun
Yes.
used 2 mac and cheese
Yes.
patties.
Oh my goodness.
And we actually went there with the podcast once and like brought video cameras and like Bob and I tore into them. Phenomenal for like the first 2 bites
And then
and then like crumbles.
Oh.
And just, like
Ah.
and it was
from the heat.
well, just I mean, it's mac and cheese
Yeah.
in a
Right.
patty, and then you bite it, and you're breaking the cohesion. And
Nah, it's all
so
messed
it's
up.
like communism. Look really good on paper.
But then you
Not-
gonna get
not really.
then you need a fork to turn into
Yeah.
a casserole.
Exactly. And then it's hamburger helper.
Right,
That's-
yeah, hamburger helper, right.
Just cut it up at this point. Can I get a bowl for this?
Right.
Right. Can I get a bowl and some extra noodles?
Yeah, for real.
Extra mac and cheese.
Right. Emphasis on the cheese, though. I'm so hungry right now.
I am too. I have not eaten anything this whole day.
Can we please go downstairs and eat after this?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
great.
I'm hungry. I was
Lots
supposed
of
to go
food
to
options.
dinner for my friend's birthday, which I did restate in the beginning of this podcast, but he just moved the time for another hour, which is good. Now I have to rush.
When did you just find that out?
He texted me, like, what time was it? Well, it was probably like 20 minutes ago. He was like, yeah, 9 o'clock. I'm like, oh. Good.
Is that how he
Okay.
sounds?
He just put 9. I was like, I think I got it. I think I understand.
Oh
Which is good because, like I said, I didn't want to have to rush from here to there anyway, so it's pretty good. But I'm still hungry now.
Well,
So I'm going to probably just order salad or appetizer.
it's about that time.
It is.
I don't know if anybody down there has a salad. No,
I
you
know,
just said
that's
that.
just no
There's some leaves
salad, though.
outside.
Nah, I
was
think
like, there's shrubbery.
Pass up there. I'll
There's
pass.
grass.
They're too tough. They're too tough. They
You
don't
want
have
some crunchy leaves? There's
Right.
some brown ones out there. Roughage.
This is a crunchy leaves. Is it? Cause shit, is it any leaves
They're
on
like-
these bushes now?
They're like sautéed by nature.
They're a little crisp. A little crisp. With a little
I
moisture.
feel like that should have been a white guy spoof rap group. Sauteed by nature.
That's a
Yes.
sauteed
Yes.
by nature.
Sautéed by nature.
That is.
I'm inspiring someone out there. My
exactly.
listeners.
They're
listen
gonna be
up.
like, "Girl, you giving us all type of ideas."
Yeah, for real.
Yes. All
Oh
right.
my god.
This has been another week here with the VLife crew
See.
and Honest Dave. And thank you for tuning in. This was a freestyle Friday anyway, so it was just meant to be whatever.
Definitely was
Yeah,
freestyle.
Goal
It-
achieved.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was very much a cheat. Next week, we're going to talk about entertainment in Detroit, so make sure you tune in.
Oh,
this
nice.
is AD
And
and
C Banks.
right here on VLife on PodcastDetroit.com. Peace out.